Howdy, 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 howdy. Howdy, everybody. All right. So, today, I will talk about some stuff. And while I drink the Epic Brewing Chasing Ghosts Double Hazy IPA, it's a little citrusy. It's made right here in Salt Lake City. Good stuff. I got off work a little early today because I started really early today. Is my watch charged up? Yes, sir. All right, Apple Watch gang. So today, I figured I'd talk a little bit about tipping and why tipping is ridiculous. So I got the idea for this kind of today. I was watching YouTube while I was sitting waiting for a customer to finish unload my trailer. And if you don't know, I'm a trucker, but okay. So while they were doing that, I was watching YouTube, and this one video popped up. I can't remember the channel name, but it was basically about tip culture in the United States and how, like, people were just sick of it. Like, you see a lot of videos of people, like, complaining about it. But this person compiled all these different videos about how just people were tired of tip culture in the United States. And I'm like, finally, we're finally waking up and saying no to paying these companies more for the same crap that we've been getting for the last few decades. And plus the service has just gotten worse overall since COVID. I don't know if y'all noticed, but like I noticed a big just drop in customer service in general ever since COVID happened, and it's just gotten worse overall. Like a lot of people don't even acknowledge your existence anymore, and I don't like the happy-go-lucky. Oh my God, how you doing? How you doing? I don't like super bubbly people. They come off to me as like fake. I like a normal, genuine person. I don't care if you're like super nice or whatever. As long as you're professional, give me decent service, do your job, you'll never have a problem out of me. I'll never complain. But the service has gotten worse, and the tipping has just went through the roof. Like as if we're just supposed to pay more for worse service and everything, and the same kind of crap that we've been getting for over a few years. I don't know. I've been up since 2 a.m., y'all. So, thankfully, I'm noticing that people are just finally fighting back and saying, no, we're not going to do this anymore. We're not going to pay extra money for the same crap that we've been getting for years and years and years, and you've added nothing to it. Like, okay, I worked in the restaurant business for 10 years. Applebee's, Ruby Tuesday, a couple other places as a server. And then I was a bartender for a little bit, not very long. So those guys only get paid $2 an hour. I got paid $2 an hour. It was terrible. I was poor. I was very poor. And you'll say that, and a lot of people's first reaction is, if you don't like that, if it can't pay your bills, go get a different job. I mean, yeah, that's what I did. I got a better job. Now I'm not poor. But that sentiment is also bad, because not only do a lot of people have to work those jobs for the flexibility and other things, there's multiple reasons. But if everybody had that mindset and just left because it wasn't paying the bills, then nobody would be working at restaurants. We wouldn't even have restaurants. It would be like McDonald's is turning into. You order on a kiosk and you get your food out of a box. And I have a story about that. At least McDonald's doesn't ask you to tip yet. But I started to realize that this was a big problem kind of last year when I was on my last job. Was like basically running from here to LA and back twice a week. And I'll go through Vegas and in Primm, Nevada. I think it's Primm. Yeah, Primm. There's two places. One is it's a casino named, is it Sneaky Pete's? I can't remember. Sneaky Pete's or something like that. There's also a Flying J truck stop there, and it's got this Mexican place in there, and it's really good food. And there's also a Subway. And this is when I discovered that fast food was starting to ask for tips. Fast food, Subway's asking for tips. And so I'm like in line, waiting to order, and like the guy in front of me had ordered his food. He was up there to pay and everything. And then I was trying to look and see what I wanted, and I just noticed that when he was doing his pen pad stuff, it asked him to tip. And it like blew my mind. I was like, I'm at Subway. Why are they asking to tip? And this is the Subway outside of Las Vegas. It's in Primm, Nevada, middle of nowhere. So it already costs a lot of money. A lot. Like a sub there is like $15. I'm not even kidding. They're not that far outside of Vegas. This is like in the desert, but they're not that far outside of Vegas to be charging that much. And then they asked for tips on top of that. And I just walked out. I was like, I'm not even paying for that. No, if you're going to ask me for a tip, I'm standing here making the sandwich with you, my guy. I'm not going to tip you more than that. That's stupid. It's already overpriced. So there's two more instances I noticed this. You know, it was kind of gradual, but then when I noticed it had gone overboard, again, in Primm, Nevada, there's a place called Terrible's Casino. It's a pretty cool little place. You just like a gift shop, casino, liquor store, and truck stop, which is weird. Not really a truck stop, but they got truck parking. And I would park there because I always knew I had a spot. But they're inside. The only places to eat was like this little pizza joint that I never saw anybody working in there. There was just pizza. I don't know where the pizza came from, but you didn't have to tip anybody. You just grab the pizza and go to the counter. But there was also a White Castle. And I had never been to White Castle. And everybody says White Castle's good. White Castle's amazing. It's not. It's terrible. It's the worst fast food I've ever had in my life. Anybody claiming that White Castle is good, I don't care where you're from. I don't care if you're from Indiana or wherever it is they're from. You're stupid if you like White Castle. That's gross. That's white people shit. That's that white people food. It's not good, man. But yeah, so in that White Castle, nobody walks up to greet you. Nobody. You don't talk to anybody. You walk up to a tablet, where it's like a screen. You order what you want, and then they give you your food in a box. The only people that are in there are the cooks. And they're literally, they don't even, if you know anything about White Castle, I've seen how they cook the burgers. It's barely cooking anything. They just throw everything on the grill, let it sit for a second, flip it, boom, boom, put it in a box. There's no nuance to it. It's assembly line cooking, which is what fast food is. And they asked me to tip before I had even gotten my order done. Like, as I'm ordering, at the end of the thing, it says, would you like to leave a tip? For what? I've gotten no service. I don't even know what your food's going to be like. I don't know what the service is like. I didn't know anybody was going to not talk to me. And it asked me for a tip. And I was like, no tip. I think that was the first time where I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Other than the time, I walked out from Subway, but I hadn't ordered. This time I had ordered, and then I was like, I'm not tipping. Kiss my badonkey. I'm not doing it. I'm going to show y'all something that's over there. But, and then the third time was like the last lady I was dating, the one that I mentioned on like a past video that like we had dated for like 3 months, and then she just ghosted me out of nowhere. We were just hanging out one day, and we went to Little Caesars, and she had ordered pizza, a couple of pizzas. And we went in and got the pizza, and then we decided to get some drinks, just a couple of like 20-ounce drinks. That was it, 20-ounce drinks. They're like $1.89. So we grabbed 2 of them, went to the counter, paid for them, and it asked us to tip for like a Coke or a Pepsi or whatever it is, and a Mountain Dew. Like why would I tip for grabbing 2 20-ounce sodas? That's insane. Nobody else did the work. I did all the work. I grabbed the drinks. I went to the counter and paid for it, and it asked me to tip. Like, no, why would I do this? That's what I was like. And we had a little conversation. Was like, I always feel bad that I don't tip. Is this what she said? She's like, I feel bad. Like I feel guilty if I don't tip. I'm like, no, done. You got to set boundaries at this point. We're not tipping. Tipping's stupid now. It's ridiculous. There's only a few instances where you should tip. One, and I think this one's kind of almost like extortion in Los Angeles and other big cities, is valets. Everybody tips valets. I don't like valet parking. I want to park myself. I like to park. I like finding my spot, knowing where my vehicle is, and parking. Okay? But LA has a lot of places that are required valet parking. So you get, you park, and then the valet comes out, and you have to tip the valet. I don't want to tip the valet, but you're supposed to. So anyway, there's that one. And then also, these are the ones, that's one I have a problem with, but you're just supposed to do it. Other ones I don't have a problem with, like Uber, Lyft, stuff like that. Yeah, tipping. I tip. I don't tip amazing for an Uber or Lyft because I've never had an amazing Uber or Lyft ride. It's just get in a car and go. I'm not a chatty person. You don't have to chat me up, man. Just get me, do the thing. Do the thing, and I'm good. So I do tip because they can leave a review and say, you don't tip, you're a bad customer, and then others will not pick you up. So I got a problem with that one a little bit too, but still I tip. The ones I don't have a problem with are barbers and hairstylists, things like that. Like, yeah, I'm going to tip. You give me a haircut, give me good service, I'll tip. And I'll tip pretty well too. Like more than 20, 25% sometimes. So, bartenders, I never open a tab ever. I buy one beer at a time and I close my tab out. I pay for it right then. I don't care, but I will tip pretty well based on that one beer. Like if this beer, they sell these at the theater I like to go to up the road. It's called Broovies, and it's actually like a pool hall and like a bar and a movie theater all in one. They have food too, and it's really good. They sell those there. Usually I'll just go get a movie, and I might get some fries, and I'll get a beer. And I'll tip for that. Why not? I'm a regular there. And that's my thing. If I'm a regular at a place where I do order standing up, and that's one rule is like if I order standing up, I'm not going to tip. I'm not doing it. With very few exceptions, like that movie theater, and then there's also a coffee place that I go to every Monday. I'll wake up, get my shower to do some stretches, maybe a little bit of a workout, and then the walk is like a mile away to go to this coffee shop, and they specialize in really good coffee and breakfast tacos. So I'll go get a breakfast taco like chorizo, egg and cheese, chorizo, bacon, egg and cheese. Actually, that's so good. It's so good. But their food's really good. They give good service. They're very fast. I don't have to wait on them. Yeah, I'll tip. You keep giving me that kind of service and that kind of good food, I'll tip. I'll give a good tip. And also, they know I'm a regular there. And being somebody that worked in the restaurant industry for so long, you start to know who comes in a lot, like more, and who tips better or not. And the ones that tip better get better service. That's just how it is. That's how it always is, unless the person's new. So, caveat. Let's take a break. I want y'all to see this ridiculous, dumb shotgun I bought. Like, what even? It's the ATF. They can't tell anybody. They don't know what it is. Even the FFL dealer that I picked it up from, they don't know what this is really. Yes, it's a shotgun. It's a 12 gauge shotgun, but no stock. It's just a pirate handle. And if you know, Mossberg just made one of these called the 590 Shockwave or something like that, and it's very expensive. This one's not expensive at all. I saw it on sale, and I was like, you know what? I kind of want that, but also what? It's magazine fed. Like, what? It's so ridiculous. But yeah, it's like, it's weird and dumb and stupid. And I liked it because it was just so weird and dumb and stupid. Crazy shotgun. It's a cool home defense shotgun. Not that I think anybody's going to break in here, but like, why not? That's the craziest gun I've seen. And I don't know. I had to have it. It's like, yeah, if you ever seen something like absolutely stupid, no, you just have to have it for no reason. That's what that was. But yeah. I like sit down restaurant, getting full service. Tip those to servers. They're only getting paid $2.13 an hour. That's ridiculous. And they're there, like I said, for multiple reasons. They might need that job, or it might it's like a bounce back job, or maybe it's just a mom that takes care of her kids and she works morning shifts and she just picks up whatever she can. Like, tip. You know, if they give terrible service, even if I get bad service at a restaurant, I'm probably going to tip at least something because I know that they're getting paid $2 an hour. But yeah, that's a full service restaurant. You deserve the tip. Those waiters and servers, that's a hard job. That's hard work, especially on the weekends when it's busy. I know I did it for a long time. It's a lot of work. You're exhausted at the end of the day. You deserve to be paid for that. But my thing is, it's not, I don't place that blame on any of the people that work in these places. That's the companies. The companies are taking advantage of that because the government only requires them to pay $2.13 an hour because they know they're getting tips. And that's my problem with it, is it's the companies taking advantage of this and making customers foot the bill and pay their employees instead of actually paying their employees. That's a problem. And of course, you know, in the USA, that's become a thing because nobody wants to pay what work is worth anymore. And you get these people where, oh, nobody wants to work. Well, nobody wants to work a job that doesn't pay the bills. That's why everybody goes to freaking OnlyFans. Oh, great. Now my video is going to get demonetized. It's not even monetized. They're going to demonetize it before it monetizes. I need to get people to subscribe. I'm going to go play video games. That's what I'm going to do. I'm off. I gotta wake up early again tomorrow, so I'm probably going to play some video games. Screw around with this ridiculous shotgun. Safely, of course. And also play WWE 2K25 because I just got that not too long ago. And I'm having fun in the My Rise story mode. And then I'm going to watch WWE SmackDown because it's Friday. And once that goes off at 8 o'clock tonight, I'm getting in that bed right there and I'm going to snooze. And it's going to be good sleep. But, and also I have to eat. I don't know what I'm going to eat. I didn't plan that out today. I don't. All right. Basically, I need everybody to be with me on this and don't give in to these if you can't afford to tip, don't go out people. Okay? I used to be like that. I'm not like that anymore. Tip your servers at the sit-down restaurant. Tip them well because that's hard work. Tip your Uber driver. Tip your barber and your hairstylist. Tip those guys. Delivery drivers, pizza, stuff like that. DoorDash, they don't get paid a lot. Tip them. But if you order standing up and you never actually get a service, if it's fast food and you order standing up, don't tip. I'm telling y'all, don't tip. We got to be together on this. Do not tip. Don't let it guilt trip you. Fuck them. Don't tip. That's not on you. It is not on you to pay that employee. That's on the company. And we got to force these idiots to change that. So if you order standing up, don't tip, especially if it's fast food. Unless you are a regular somewhere and they require tips and they give you good service. Yeah, sure, whatever, do. But if it's fast food, screw that. If I order standing up, I'm not tipping. You shouldn't either. Especially if this place asks you to tip before you even get your food or any service of any kind. No tip. You need to not tip because that's egregious. That is ridiculous. That's what that White Castle did. I'm not doing that. You can kiss my butt. And what's another one? I can't think of another example. You can probably think of another example, and you should probably comment it so you can give me some algorithm help because YouTube is still pushing me down. I know. That's why I stopped making videos for a while. But all right. Y'all have a good one.